This is Jesus Manuel Mena Garza, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And this is my normal life. I wanted to quickly give some commentary on our current state of affairs. It's been this way for quite a while, and recently it's just been more into focus. It's essentially our system of government. It's essentially oligarchic. It's a plutocracy in which the folks at the top, the most wealthy people, the 1%, control a lot of what our government offers the general public. And they also control a lot of politicians. They pay them off, and by giving them money to support their campaigns, and they're there forever. These politicians, the congressman, every 2 years they have to get some more money to run, and they get this money from who? These corporations, these plutocrats, the oligarchy. Okay, so the 1% give the money to the politicians who control our lives, essentially. So I wanted to talk about the current pandemic we're having, and I've listened to programs over the years and listened to conversations with these 1%ers. And one thing I found, in the great majority of them, not all of them, but the great majority of them, is that they have a better idea than you what you actually need. Okay, they're all wise, all powerful, and all knowing. Okay, apparently, according to them. And I've listened to some say, they are the most gifted and wonderful people in the universe. Everybody else, and this is a term I've heard quite often, it's been going on for more than a century what this term is used, the little people. The little people. Again, you are considered, if you're in the middle class, the working class, one of the little people. You're essentially expendable. So during this time of the pandemic, our president has dealt with the communities out there, from California to Maine to Florida to Washington and the states in between, Iowa, Texas, Michigan, etc., as the little people. So he's been very slow on the uptake and getting things taken care of, because he doesn't really care. I'm talking about our president. And the people that, help him out, the 1%, the plutocrats, in basically serving the people. Their only God is Wall Street, okay? Okay, that's their God. If they can get a widget produced for 5 cents less in Asia or Latin America or in the Middle East or wherever, they'll do that. Again, why? Because they think you are one of the little people. You're inconsequential. What you do is you're just basically fodder for the great, corporate machine. That's a sad fact. So that's what I wanted to essentially say, that during the COVID pandemic, on display are the behaviors of those in power, the oligarchy, the plutocrats. They could care less. Seriously, they could care less about the great masses of the United States citizens, the middle class and the working class. The great majority of these 1%ers do not care about you. There are some exceptions that once in a while they'll donate some money here and there, and they'll say, we're trying to help the little people out, okay? Do they have to worry about the pandemic? No, they got monies, okay? They can go on their private jet from, Jackson Hole to New York to San Francisco, to around the world, and they got the pilots got the mask on, everybody on the crew got their mask on, and they're having cocktails in the rear lounge with their friends and family. So they can live sequestered rather readily and rather nicely, okay? But us, we have to suffer, through the system, through this process of the pandemic, and hopefully we come on the other side in decent shape. So I just wanted to emphasize that point, that the 1% has a different opinion regarding this pandemic. They're worried about, profits. They're worried about making a buck. They're worried about, again, our president reelected, because he serves them and they don't want to lose to the other guy, okay, or the other gal. Okay, they don't want to lose. They want to maintain their grip on power. Not that the Democratic candidate is going to do any different. They're as corrupt as everybody else. I recently saw a video of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. She was talking about during the pandemic, she has a lot of ice cream. She has a lot of ice cream. And she opened up her $10,000, I think it was $10,000 or $20,000 refrigerators, and she had two of them, and she showed all her ice cream. Good for her. She can afford all this ice cream. Of course, she can also afford a private jet to go visit family in the Bay Area and go back and forth, do whatever she needs to do. She has been, carrying the water for corporations for decades. That's how it is. Even the most liberal states, Dianne Feinstein, the list goes on, are corporate shills, okay? And our Democratic candidates are basically a corporate shill, and our president definitely is a corporate shill. So what do you think? You have any comments? Leave them below. Make them nice and friendly. These are my opinions and my opinions alone on this channel. My normal life, okay? Question mark. I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, again, please leave them below the description. I would greatly appreciate hearing them. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is my rant channel. This is my opinion channel. I have two other channels. I have one that deals with RVing and my travels. I love that stuff. I look forward to, hopefully this summer, to do some RVing and some travel. And then I have a photography and video channel, which I love very much. I used to have all my rants on those two channels, but I said, hey, let's just sequester those just like I am right now in Fort Worth, Texas. Let's sequester those on a new channel. And I started this new channel just a few weeks ago, My Normal Life. Question mark. If you have any questions, again, I look forward to hearing from them. From Fort Worth, Texas, where I'm sequestered, and hopefully this summer I'm going to have some fun going outdoors and doing some traveling. Maybe. Who knows? I'm just a working class stiff. I don't have a private jet. I wish I can go right now somewhere. Thank you very much for watching. From, again, Fort Worth, Texas. Gracias. Adios. And bye-bye.